Hi there, my name is Ester Moher. I have a PhD in cognitive psychology with focus on judgment and decision making. I did my undergraduate degree in psychology and I also did a minor in economics. Currently, I'm the Vice President of Research and Community Insights for a large charity. We raise over $60 million annually, and so I sit on kind of the strategic arm of the organization, focused kind of on programs and evaluation. As I said, a big part of the job is impact evaluation, so figuring out what programs we're supposed to be doing. Sometimes that means figuring out what actually we should be measuring. In some cases, that means designing new scales or new ways of conceptualizing and interpreting the really vague objectives. So, for example, how do we know if a program is engaging people? Do we look at attendance? Do we look at metrics of engagement? Do we look at creating something new? In this context, sometimes it's cultural. So what does it mean to be engaged in a particular way? So we design some of our own metrics from scratch. And that's where our background in research and statistics is really helpful. So we're able to do it in-house without having to hire anybody else to help out. We also do a fair amount of reporting. So sharing the results of our work with boards, senior executives, sometimes with the broader community. We also do our own novel research. That's kind of the second branch of the job. We do work with the community, both qualitative and quantitative. We also do our own analysis of census data when it comes out. So getting a better understanding of what it means for our particular community. Sometimes that means interpreting the questions of the census in particular ways that allow us to better understand who we reach and how they live their lives. And I would say the last part of my job is data literacy, maybe even knowledge translation. So trying to keep the organization up to date on the literature as it pertains to the specific areas that they work in. So whether that's fundraising or human services or, kind of more general themes coming out of the scientific literature. My favorite part of the job is really seeing the work I do in action really quickly. We design something, we test it, we use it, and then we make changes, and that's really gratifying. It's really nice to have a colleague come to you and say, like, I have this question, I really don't know what to do. And then you help them find the answer really quickly. Sometimes not really quickly, but they get the answer in a way that they've never been able to do before. I would say the best thing you can do is take note of what you're passionate about, what you really like, and try to prioritize those things. That doesn't necessarily mean like only doing the things you like to do. But for example, if you really like to do applied research or writing or teaching, those are aspects of training that are really, really valuable skills. And if you work on developing them, that can actually be a great way to figure out a career outside of academia. I myself really loved applied research, and so I knew academia was probably not a great fit because I needed that quick turnaround of seeing my work in action. So those are the types of things you can pay attention to. The internet is a really great resource for figuring out how to reframe your skills. So as I said, like teaching or writing, those are really, really valuable, but we don't think about it as like a skill in academia in the same way. Using the internet to find resources on how to build a resume as opposed to a CV. And it's great to just like browse for different types of jobs, like look at people who are interesting, see what they're doing, see how they got there. That was really sort of how I did it. So good luck.